But if you close your eyes.
Yo guys, Mental Game here and welcome back to another video. I want to start off by saying again, thank you all so much for the support. Honestly, it's unreal how awesome you guys are to me. And I also want to say thank you to Drafty Jupiter 17 Grayson for suggesting the video that I'm going to make today, which is my Spider-Man PS4 Heroes or Teammates wishlist. So in this video I'm basically going to go over the heroes or teammates that I would like to be in Spider-Man PS4. Now I'm not sure if all of them are going to be able to be in the game. I don't know what the situation is with rights or anything like that. And I'm also not going to be including any mainstream Avengers, as they would all be on my list, and we might get some sort of team up or crossover with the Avengers project. Leave a comment if you'd like me to start making videos on the Avengers project as well, because I feel like there's quite a lot of interesting details to go into with that. So without any further ado, let's get straight on with the video. So first on my list is Wolverine. Wolverine is a character I've never really been that interested in comic book wise, but I've always thought he's a sick character and looks so awesome on screen. I loved the duo in Web of Shadows of Spider-Man and Wolverine. The characters just contrast so well, and I'd love to see Insomniac's take on this, and I'd love to see their take on Wolverine and his character and his costume in general. And I feel like it would be awesome to see a next-gen Wolverine. I'm sure Insomniac would really do Wolverine justice, and he's such a popular character that I feel Insomniac would really make their own. Number 2 is Daredevil. Daredevil obviously had a tough origin. He was a kid, and as you probably know, he lost his sight and everything. So he had a tough upbringing, and that kind of makes him more of a serious and gritty character, which works well in contrast with Spider-Man, who is usually bubbly and happy. Also, Kingpin is Daredevil's main arch nemesis usually, so the fact that Spider-Man took Kingpin out, that would link Spidey and Daredevil really well for this game. And the duo look really cool together on screen, and I loved the way they worked in the animated series. It was so cool to see them strategically take people down together with their unique skills, and it would just be so cool to see them team up like that again. It would also be awesome to see Daredevil's radar sense in action, because obviously he's blind, and it would be interesting to see how Insomniac interpret that. Also, Daredevil's very underrated in gaming, I feel. I feel like he's not used half as much as he should be, because he's such a cool character and there's so many possibilities with him gameplay wise. Number 3 is Silk. Now Silk isn't exactly a mainstream character that everyone knows, but basically I'm going to be talking about Cindy Moon, who was bitten by the same spider as Peter right after Peter was bitten, but she couldn't control her powers at first. And in this game I feel like it would be cool if Insomniac twisted that, and maybe she still can't control her powers. So I feel like it would be cool if Peter had to train her to use her powers correctly and stuff, because that would be a really awesome side of Spider-Man. Also, it would be really cool to have another spider in the game, but I feel like this would probably be better for a sequel or like a Spider-Verse game that Insomniac make later on. Because for the first game, I think that Spider-Man should be the only spider. Nevertheless, I'd love to get to know the character, because I feel like there's so much to dive into there which like hardly anyone knows. And in the comic book line Spider-Verse, whenever Spidey and Silk were close, they would feel the need to have intimate interactions with each other. This is obviously a bit unusual for a game, but it could create so much friction between them and MJ, because Mary Jane and Peter kind of have a complicated relationship, and even though Insomniac have said they're only best friends in this game, they've also said that their relationship is very complicated. So I think we all know what that means. This would contribute to the collision of Spidey and Peter's worlds as well, so it all fits in. What makes it fit in even more is that Silk was co-created by Dan Slott, who has also been seen in the Insomniac trailers, so already Silk has links to this game. Number 4, Prowler. Now Prowler has an interesting past with Peter. In his origin, he tried robbing the Daily Bugle, and Peter caught him doing so. Peter then had to sneakily change into Spidey, and then he took down Prowler. He unmasked him and saw that he was just another confused teen, which reminded Peter of himself. Peter then decided to take Prowler on and guide him. Prowler is a tech genius, just like Peter in this game. So that makes a cool scientific relationship, and maybe Peter and Prowler could partner up and find technological ways to defeat enemies. Also, Prowler is quite underrated as well, and as Insomniac have said, they're trying to mix the well-known with the lesser-known, which would go quite well with Silk because she's not very well-known either. Prowler was very cool in Friend or Foe. I really liked his design and his power, his movesets, and he can actually wall crawl when he's wearing his suit, and he is very skilled, so he could help Spidey out a lot. Also, Insomniac's design for Prowler would probably be really awesome, and it's about time he gets a good spotlight. I'd really like to get to know the character, and as he is an anti-hero, that does create quite a cool dynamic between him and Spidey. Number 5 is Punisher. Now, Punisher's quite well known for being very brutal and murderous. If this game was rated R, then this would be a great opportunity to really explore that, and we could have some really gruesome shots of what Punisher does. This would create a very good contrast between him and Spider-Man, and also a complicated alliance, because Spidey would have to be very desperate to go to Punisher for help and team up with him. Punisher would add a really awesome, eerie tone to the game, because he's a murderer basically, and that would add a lot of variety to the game. Also, a team up between Spider-Man and Punisher on next gen, that is just a formula for awesomeness. Number 6 is one that you could probably guess if you really thought about it, and that is Deadpool. Of course, who wouldn't want Deadpool in a Spider-Man game? This would mean that we finally get Spideypool at last in a game, like a proper Spider-Man AAA game. This would just be outstanding, and I feel like the game would just be so much better if we did get Spideypool. Insomniac's design for Deadpool would probably be really awesome as well, and I would love to see how they handled the character. Also, Spider-Man plus Deadpool plus Daredevil equals Team Red. That would be so cool if we could get Team Red on next gen. They could literally have their own game, and I'm sure it would do quite well. To have Deadpool in this game would just make it an instant classic. In most cases, Deadpool has quite a lot to learn about morality. This would be an awesome dynamic between him and Spider-Man, because Spider-Man's obviously very moral, and then you've got Deadpool who just doesn't really care. Deadpool's such a loved character, and his appearance in this game could open up some really good chances for AAA Deadpool games in the future. So that is my list of characters that I would quite like to be in this game. Obviously I don't expect any of them to be in here, but I would love for at least one of them to be in the game. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like and subscribe if you did. Also, comment what you'd like me to do next. Tell me if you want me to focus my videos on other games as well. And also leave questions in the comments for Q&A I might do in the future. And you can also follow me on Twitter as well and leave questions there for the Q&A too. Again, thank you all so much for all the support recently. Thank you all for watching. And I've got shout outs for Null, Austin Pascal, Bacon for Life 31, Michael Canley, or Mikhail Canley, I can never say it, he's always awesome in the comments. I'm truly sorry I can't get your name right, I don't know what it is, I'm just like, I'm dumb basically. And Aha Universe Gaming. Also, please go and have a look at Aha Universe Gaming's YouTube channel. There are loads of cool videos on there, and he's really not getting the recognition he deserves. So be sure to go check out that channel. It is really cool, honestly, the videos are top quality. Anyway, with all of that said, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to comment what you'd like me to do next, and I'll see you all in the next video. I'm Mental Gamer, over and out.